Hi and welcome to my PlayHouse, and today we're gonna be expanding the NAS up here, the unnamed Synology NAS thing. It's the RS1219 Plus, and as well, I did a video last week updating the offline NAS in my living room, and at that point I discovered that this one was complaining that it had used over 80% of the storage in there. So maybe it's time to put some more storage in there. I am cheap, so I am I'm only using 4 drives of the 8 available spots in there, just to save on power, probably paying that multiple times in more expensive hardware, which we'll come back to, because this video is sponsored by my Patreons, because I purchased another hard drive for the NAS up here, a big one. This is a, well, let's get it out of here. This is a Western Digital HD Elements, which is an external hard drive, but 18 terabytes. I just discovered that my local hardware pusher actually has up to 22 terabytes of hard drives now. I thought that 20 was max, but apparently 22 is now available. And because my patrons helped pay for this, I'm gonna name some of them. And all my new patrons since the last video that I did is very easy, because it's only thank you very much to Mark Rushy, R-O-S-S-I, Rushy. Sorry Mark. And because there's only that one, I'm gonna name a few from December, and that is Wolf with Ears, not to be confused with the wolves without ears, but well, Wolf with Ears was a nice new patron in December, together with J.D. I'm sure that stands for Jack Daniels, but I wouldn't know. Thank you very much for being my new patrons in January and December. So I messed up a little bit, because I thought that these external hard drives was still the cheapest way to get large hard drives, and it's actually not. So I wasted some of the Patreon money. Hopefully it will make a good video instead. And it's a bit of a gamble what kind of a hard drive is in the box. So yeah, we're gonna go and take this apart. There's other stuff. We only get 2 years of warranty with this. Is that warranty? Limited warranty. So there is less warranty than if we get a loose hard drive, which is usually covered by the manufacturer. I kind of thought that I will take this into the living room and take it apart in there. It's nice and cozy in there. So this is the reason why we're moving to the living room. It's nice and warm in here. So I moved the hard drive over here. Okay, we put it back in the box. I open it, of course, and I'm gonna be taking it apart. But before we take it apart, we want to make sure that it works, because it's so much easier to use the warranty before we take it apart. So yeah, we do need something to cut it up with. Let's see what we can find. We have taken these apart in multiple videos, so it's nothing new and special, but yeah, there's a power supply and stuff. There is also some manuals. There's another manual. Looks like the cardboard is dirty on the inside. That's kind of weird. It's dusty. There is some more stuff down here. There is the USB 3 cable. There. The paperwork we're not going to be needing.
So, okay. So here is the box. Very nice Western Digital element. It doesn't say how big it is. That's kind of weird. Does it brag about it on the back? Not so much, really. So, yeah, we'll get the power supply out here. It's prepared for the UK market. That's gonna make me handicapped. Can't do that. So I'm gonna switch it over to the European market. There, fixed. It's actually a nice little power brick that comes with this. 12 volts, 1.5 amp. Okay, I have connected it to my computer here, and it does pop up right away. So over here, you have it down here, elements, and it shows up as 16,763.97 gigabytes. So that is probably about 18 terabytes, I'm guessing. Over here it pops up with an automatic screen, so there is some software for Windows and Mac. So if we wanted to use it on this computer, I could install something and it will do something, and I don't really know if I need that. So it pops up, so I think that's pretty good properties. Okay, it's not totally dead, so we're gonna run with it. Okay, back at the table. I'm gonna be using this iFixit kit that an awesome subscriber sent to me years back, and I do use it quite often. So I'm gonna take some of these thingies, they're pretty good. There are some tabs in here. The idea is that this plastic cover that wipes around here, that is one piece. This piece here is one piece, and that slides out this way. So, but there are some tabs in the way of it doing that. So down here there are some tabs, and here and here, and yeah, we need to get in there and make it release those tabs. And it's always fun to see if you can do this without breaking it too much, which is not always the case, but we try just for the sport. Can see that it's willing to slide out a little bit now. There. We still have something down there that needs to be there. Yeah, now it slides out. There. So we get a Western Digital white label drive internal use, which it's clearly not. It's an external hard drive, but they might have put some other firmware on it. This is from the 20th of June 2022. Well, it has a model number and stuff. We'll go looking up. I'm curious to how many plastic things are broke here. Oh, yeah, I did break one. Yeah, that's no good. Need more practice. So now we need the disk out of this enclosure. It has some rubber feet for shock absorbance to minimize the amount of shocks. So when we remove those, the drive comes out very easily. There's a little plastic thing here. You can see it there. That thing. That's to get the light from the hard drive, and out to the front of the box, somewhere probably right about there. There is a, oh, it's upside down. There's a little plastic hole down there. You can see the transparent plastic just above my fingernail, so that it can blink out the front. Very nice and cheap way to do that. We need a screwdriver to get this little circuit board off. Here we have a Phillips head screwdriver. So remove one screw. There. Is there any more? Oh, yeah, there is one more here. Remove that. And then this little circuit board just pops out the back. There, revealing a pretty normal SATA connector. So that's good. That little plastic thing goes in here, and there's a little LED on the circuit board here. So yeah, it works something like that. It gets the light from that LED on the circuit board, and then it's directed out through the plastic. So fiber optic lighting. Okay, so we have our new hard drive here, 18 terabytes. So it says that it's the Western Digital 180EDG set, and someone has found all the specs of it here. So it's a yeah, the same 13.3 terabytes capacity. It's a SATA drive running SATA version 3.3, 3.5 large form factor hard drive, ATA version 4 supported, blah blah blah, test, blah 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 blah. Maximum interface speed 600 megabytes per second, buffer 276 megabytes per second, and read speed up to 256 megabytes per second. So yeah, I thought we should try and test this. Oh yeah, it's rotates with 7200 RPMs. And looking at the hard drives available outside of an external box, I could have gotten this a little bit cheaper, 100 Danish kroners or so. So I messed up there, I admit it. Same about just about the same specs here. This one is cheaper, but it's only 16 terabytes. But yeah, it's available cheaper, but not by much. And down here is one that is more expensive. Oh, that is a 12. That's a SAS drive. Sorry, that's not. So probably that one is the most compatible one. So we move to the second living room because I'm curious to how this performs. This is my awesome Lenovo X3650 Model 4, which is a server that takes large form factor hard drive, 3.5 inches. This is where I normally test my Dutchy SAS drives. These are 10 terabytes and they're both very dodgy and not really working. But it has the feature that the plugs just fits on the back, so I can just press this in and it's connected. So very easy. And the drive pops right up into Disk Manager, so we'll online it. Okay, it did something weird. There is some stuff on this. So yeah, I think we'll start by clearing this drive so that there is nothing on it. So we'll just go and do a disk part. Disk part. We're gonna go up here and make the text bigger for you. There, and fun, and 36, and okay, and there, easier to see. So we have two disks in here. One of them is my boot drive, the top one, and disk number 1 here is the 16 terabyte, which is really an 18 terabyte. So we're gonna, oh, that is offline. Let's see if we can online that again. Online. Yes, now it worked. So we'll list disk again, and now it's online, and then we'll select disk number 1. Disk 1 is now selected, and we'll clean it. Clean. There. And that should get rid of anything here. It hasn't completed yet, but now it's successful and it's cleaned. And I'll initialize the disk with GPT. There. And I want to list disk here. So now it's online and good. I don't think I need to put anything on it to do a little test. I usually run this HD tune. This one. And we'll select the 18 terabytes and we'll start. And it should do really well. I'm curious. Let's see how it does. Yeah, it's transferring with over 200 megabytes per second. So we'll let this run and see how it did at the end. Okay, it's just finished up and it has done really well. It's over 200 megabytes per second all the way. It's very near performance of these SAS drives, which should be a lot better, definitely when you take the price into consideration. But yeah, it passes the test with no problems, so we are gonna shut it down and we're gonna put it in our NAS. So in the last video I prepared the tray for the future. I put the screws here so that they wouldn't get lost. So this time they didn't sit here for long, so only a week, but they didn't get lost, he said, and then threw them all over the living room. That would be nice. I'm sure someone is gonna mention the Synology that they have their own hard drives now, and some of their system will only use their own hard drive. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Probably they're not gonna listen to me anyway. This hard drive screws in the bottom. It seems like it's hitting something. Do wonder what that is. Well, we'll manage. I'll put the drives in and we'll go and put it in the NAS. Yeah. So I've logged into the NAS, and as we can see, there is like these 4 hard drives, the top 4 ones that I have occupied. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very important. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Top row. It's complaining over here, but it's not actually the space it's complaining about. It's complaining, if we go in there, volume 2, it's complaining that we have never run data scrubbing to ensure data consistency. I could run that now, but I'm guessing that that will take forever and ever. So we're gonna replace the drive, and then it's gonna be repairing that instead. And the drive that I'm gonna be replacing is drive number 3, because that's a 10 terabyte drive. I could just expand it with another drive, but then I have like 5 hard drives in here. It wouldn't matter much, but it's another 5 to 10 watts of 24/7 power that will always be running. So I'm gonna replace this 10 terabyte and put that 18 terabytes in instead. I am not gonna get all of those 18 terabytes right away, because the largest hard drive is the one that is used for safety. So I'm gonna get about 4 terabytes, because these it says 12.7, but it's a 14 terabyte hard drive. So when I put that 18 in here, I'm gonna get about extra 4 terabytes of hard drive space in the NAS. But then next time when I replace this drive, if I replace it with another 18 terabytes, I will get an additional 8 terabyte. That's just how it works. The security needs to be set up so that even the largest drive can fail without you having any data loss. And if I got all the 18 terabytes, that wouldn't be so. We're gonna go and find number 3 out there. And actually in the last video in the comments, I was asked if I could use the data location thing, and I found that here, drive number 3, and we can locate drive. So now it will be blinking on that drive for 1 minute, I guess. So locate, and then let's go into the data center and see if that's the case. Okay, so locate drive, it has now just turned the number 3 LED up there yellow. It's not very helpful because which one of these drives are number 3? Yeah, and now it disappeared because I guess our minute passed because I was slow. But yeah, we're gonna pop out number 3. 1, 2, 3, that one. And we're gonna put that 18 terabytes in there. So what I did, as you can clearly see, I took one of the empty disk trays out and I put the 18 terabytes in that so that I don't have to have that 10 terabyte out of there for too long. So I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, we're gonna release that. I'm gonna take it out. We're gonna put it down there. I'm not gonna pop it in, I'm just gonna put it there. And then we're gonna take the 18 terabyte and put it up in here. There. And what does it say up there? Hasn't put, yeah, now it's complaining. So we should go, yeah, now it's complaining. We should go to the computer and tell it to repair. So let's see how that looks at the computer. So this location thing was very doubtful. And now it refreshes and it should come out and say, yeah, it has found our new drive here. It's not initialized. If we go to the overview, it's very much complaining. So let's go to the storage pool. And it's very much complaining there as well. And we should be able to go up and repair that somewhere. Oh, right there. Repair now. That's probably how to do it. And it has located that drive number 3 should be good. So estimated capacity is 34.5. Is that more or less than we had before? I believe it's more. See, we have 27.8 and now we get 34.5. So that will be an improvement. And yeah, they have their own Synology product compatibility list. And yeah, I don't know if you know the story, but Western Digital started to make NASs, and Synology got pissed at that because that was competing with their own NASs. So at the moment, Synology is not really recommending Western Digital hard drives, most likely because of that. So if we click their compatibility list here, I'm sure it's not gonna be much of Western Digital drives. It's probably mostly gonna be Seagate. Yeah, what a surprise, what a surprise. Toshiba even. And down here at the very bottom there is some Western. Oh, so they haven't actually totally not included them. But yeah, we were not thinking about that. We were continuing and apply. So all data on the new drive will be wiped or erased, and I kind of knew that, so that's no surprise. This is gonna take a really long time. I did it on the offline NAS last week, and I did the video Sunday and it was done Thursday morning. So it took 4 days ish to complete that. So we are not gonna be able to finish that in this video, but it's gonna be ready for us to look at it next week probably. Okay, so it's working very hard at it up here. Repairing 0.87% now, and it's gonna take a while. Step 1 out of 5. So if it has to go up to 100% with step 1 out of 5, it's gonna take a couple of days at least. Oh dear, I forgot to make a thumbnail before I put the drive in. Oh there, I guess I'll have to figure something out. Da 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 da. Well, okay. So this is gonna be a very nice little upgrade to my storage solution. I am actually not that big a storage user. I'm not Linus Tech Tip. I just went to the computer and I checked all of my videos of 2022 took up 1.6 terabytes of data. That's not a lot. I do though have 3 copies of them, so of course it becomes 6 terabytes, but expanding with 6 terabytes every year is definitely manageable. I can manage that. And especially the way that I'm doing it, where I'm expanding one NAS and that NAS is expanding the next NAS, and then actually I have an offsite NAS that I will then expand with the leftover drives. I am though running out of drives that are large enough to do that, because I do believe that I have 8 4 terabytes in that NAS, and now yeah, I need something bigger. I'll have to look into that, no problem. Once again, thank you very much to my patrons. If you're interested in checking out what I'm doing on Patreon, you can go over there. Links are always in the description of my videos, and check out some of my free Patreon videos that are over there. You can scroll down, and then some of them are not locked, and you can see what it is that you get as a patron. Besides that, I'm on Discord every Sunday with the patrons, so you can have a live video chat with me, and it's a very normal chat. We're not normally that many people there, and I try to solve some of the issues that I have that I want to play with, and yeah, patrons are really helpful in that regard. So thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.